stroll through the barrio, slanging dope, slinging ink, riding rhymes, getting paid. That's all I do every motherfucking day. Fuck all my haters that wanna hate. I bounce rock, stroll through the barrio, slanging dope, slinging ink, riding rhymes, getting paid. That's all I do every motherfucking day. Fuck all my haters that wanna hate. I'm not a new G on the block, about to step it up. I'm from that old school, I'm from the 562, and I thought you knew. I'm still banging up the blue like Sureños bang. And back to the barrio, those be the old school tracks that got me like that. Steady making stacks and I'm making it fast. Ain't no time to stop. Time and money's fucking time. So I'ma get mine. Ain't gonna speak on it till you.
It's all shot out, but all I gotta do is pitch it up, give it some outline and stuff. That's for now. We got plenty more to do after.
Okay, yeah, good deal, good stuff. Are you set up now? Did you want to say what kind of
No, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna pop in my gloves, get the ink ready, and
Gotcha.
do it already, you know.
What kind of ink are you using today?
Dynamic, like always.
Okay, dynamic. And your famous wash down?
Yeah, definitely. All the time. That black and the gray, the powder shade gets done the same always.
Now we doing a 9 taper round mag?
Yeah, I'm doing a long taper Magnum. It's not gonna be curved.
Okay, so what he said is.
These are one of the ones that I made yesterday.
Oh, you made the needle?
Yeah, I made the liner that I'm gonna use and the Magnum.
Okay, good deal, good deal. So what Chino's saying is that he made a couple of custom needles for this job specifically, for this job, and the reason that artists will do that is so that they can have better control and they already know what they're going to be doing in the skin. So Chino has a lot of experience in tattoo art down in the LA area, and he's good. All right, guys, so you know how the videos are been going. We're growing, we're expanding. The movement's gonna get major. It's major pain, major days. So I got my boy Chino up here. They're from LA. They're great artists down here, and he's got his. Okay, so he's got his family members here right now, and we want to give some shout outs right now, and that's for real, on the real note.
Alright. Yeah, the guy I'm gonna be working on is my cousin. We call him Stroller for White Fence, the whole locals, from Boyle Heights. He's the one I'm gonna be working on today, and let's get this done.
Alright, good deal. So yeah, these guys in LA, they don't play. You can see some of the work that he's got already. Gray wash on the West Coast is prolific. So a lot of you guys are watching from around the world. Got some of you guys even from the tip of Africa, New Zealand, all the way around. You know, a lot of Great Britain and England. Keep going strong. We're global. It's a global movement. Now watch this work. We're gonna get started.
You got a good view right there?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, alright.
Is that the general area around that rose and the?
Yeah, no, actually, I'm gonna touch up the rose right now.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a pretty good view over here.
Right.
All right, we're starting. So it's gonna be dynamic. What brand tattoo machine today?
I'm using a Mithra that I bought. It's somewhat close to the Mickey Sharps.
Nice.
I showed you the last time.
That's an iron, right?
Yeah, it's a cast iron.
Nice. All right, here we go. Now, guys, focus on exactly his angles and what he's doing, and give a lot of respect out to Chino Inked Up. He is giving you this information, and he doesn't have to. Trust me on that. He's got a lot of experience, and most artists will not surrender their information, nor will they be recorded. But we've been talking, and he's good with it. So that is a true soldier right there, and so is his cousin.
Nice and solid line right there.
Yeah.
See that?
And I'm zooming on that.
Yeah.
And if you guys look on his angles and the way that he's doing things. Now, how deep would you say for these cats that you're going there?
Not too deep. I mean, you figure it looks like the needle's kind of out a lot, but I don't even take it in all the way. It's just for me to get better control of the needle. So that's basically, I can't really tell you how deep it's going. Everyone's different, you know what I mean? As long as just the machine hits good enough, you shouldn't be able to scar the area, from what I learned by myself when no one's teaching me.
Right, and Chino has taught himself, and he's self-taught, and that's a rarity, you know what I mean? He's got 17 going on 18 years, and that's a lot of experience. So he knows what he's doing. Listen to him, watch him real close. I want you to listen to the sound of the machine the best that you can over this. But pay attention where he's resting that tip and that grip. Very important. Look at his stretch. Now you see how the speed of his hand as well. How does your cousin feel? How do those lines feel for him? I knew he was going to say that. Yeah, so his cousin's got a lot of ink on him. You guys seen his stomach and how his whole chest area, how bold those letters are. That's a lot of work, trust me. If you guys don't have anything on your stomach, that's a place for something that big. You got some big balls to be doing that, that's for sure. And usually what goes on the stomach area, and as a good artist, is exactly what he has. It depends on, you know, where you're from, where you're at, and what you're doing. But typically what happens is certain sets will go there, or, you know, things that really truly mean sentimental value to you in bold letters will go there. A statement will go there. Back pieces tend to be more muralistic, and then top chest would be like what he has, you know, smaller murals, but entwined into the neck area with some letters and wording around the neck. So that's a certain style. That's primarily a California style. It started, but how does your cousin feel? How do those lines feel for him? I knew he was going to say that. Yeah, so his cousin's got a lot of ink on him. You guys seen his stomach and how his whole chest area, how bold those letters are. That's a lot of work, trust me. If you guys don't have anything on your stomach, that's a place for something that big. You got some big balls to be doing that, that's for sure. And usually what goes on the stomach area, and as a good artist, is exactly what he has. It depends on, you know, where you're from, where you're at, and what you're doing. But typically what happens is certain sets will go there, or, you know, things that really truly mean sentimental value to you in bold letters will go there. A statement will go there. Back pieces tend to be more muralistic, and then top chest would be like what he has, you know, smaller murals, but entwined into the neck area with some letters and wording around the neck. So that's a certain style. That's primarily a California style. It started, but it generated through into Texas and everywhere else after it just took off. So if you watch right now, what he's doing, he's re-outlining the rows, okay? So he's redoing that area, cleaning it up, tightening it up. So pay attention to his angles and his depth there. It's hard to see the depth, but I can tell you he's not going too deep. He's probably going a little bit past the epidermis and barely into the dermis. So he's probably penetrating, if you know layers of skin, 6 to 7 layers of skin at this time. He's nowhere close to the subcutaneous level. And that's what a lot of us do wrong, is we sink it too deep. We're going into the subcutaneous level, which is all, you know, fat cells and things like that. So we want to stick on that past the epidermis, because the epidermis sheds 2 layers each day, or about, what is it, Chino, do you know?
What was that?
How many layers of the epidermis do we shed a week? Is it like 6 or 7? So,
I'm not really too sure on that one.
yeah, it's a lot. So you shed a lot of skin, and that's why we go a little bit past the epidermis into the dermis. You go beyond that, old school, like back in the sailor days. That's why all their stuff is blurry now. It's because it's spread out underneath the skin into the dermis. Listen to his machine. Now look at that. Let me get the needle shot there. And his cousin has so many tats. He's had a needle in him so many times that he probably is not even feeling this that much. Or, you know, you get to the point where you like it. And pain becomes pleasure in a certain way. When you know how to take the pain and turn it into something positive, that's what it's about. And guys that are tacked down from head to toe like this, they generally don't feel it like someone that doesn't have tattoos. For him, this is just, you know, this is normal. And once you get more and more and more, you get acclimated with it. And he has obviously a lot of single needle work.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so you could see the pain there, you know, and that's what we're talking about right now, that he's probably not even feeling that.
Yeah, like right about here, this is a lot of single needle. Homemade. This was done with the homemade machine. Not done by me. Someone else did it.
See, nice. So yeah, he has a lot of work on him from different variances, different pain thresholds, and all that.
Actually, these needles I made, they're soaking in pretty nice.
Yeah, they are.
Almost like just one shot, everything's just coming out good.
Oh yeah, like butter. And keep in mind, Chino made these needles for this job right here. No, that's a true artist. What's your voltage at?
I don't know. Mine wouldn't say, but I would say it's probably like at 7 volts maybe.
Okay, nice. So it's running nice and smooth.
7.
So I'm gonna be taking a trip down there soon.
Oh yeah, let me know, man, whenever you're ready.
I got my whole right arm and my back's ready.
Oh man, I'm ready right here. You know me.
Gino's he's a really good dude, man, and you guys are lucky to have him up here. But it's all about respect and this movement, and we're all a team. See and pay attention to the angle. Pay attention to the angle that he's holding the machine as well. That's very important. Okay? Look at how far he is up on the tube, how far the tip is coming out of the tube, position of his fingers, how he's resting, how he's spreading with his fingers. And what degree of angle he's actually penetrating. It's almost up and down. I would say almost right now it's up and down. Yeah, the machine's kind of loud right now, so I'm on a laptop mic. It's very difficult for him to hear, but he's pretty much up and down right now. Machine is running really smooth though. Real smooth. Okay, Chino.
Yeah.
How many needles in that liner?
In the liner, that was a 5 round.
Okay, a 5 round. Long tapers.
Yeah, long tapers, and I did them tight.
Long tapers, you did them tight, and there was own needles that he made.
Here we go.
Here comes the black and gray shading now of his own mixture. Notice that the needles aren't hanging out that far at all. And when his gray washes heal, they're beautiful, they're perfect. I will tell you this right now. Now watch his technique. Now, you see, look at his technique and watch. Now, you see, look at his technique and watch his technique, okay? Very important on that. When you are doing, you guys are asking about that. Now look at that, okay?
And then this is the one that I'm doing. I'm starting off with the 2 drop of the black mixed with the still water, 1 drop of witch hazel, and basically since the tent was already dark, I have to start off with the second, with the 2 drops. I'm gonna go to the one with the 4 drops.
Okay, so what he's saying is he has to match what is already there, so he has to take that into consideration that he doesn't go too dark over the lines that are there already. So he's starting out with the 2 drop. What he said was 2 drops of ink, 1 drop of witch hazel and the rest distilled water. Okay? And that's what he's doing right now. And he had to take that into consideration because what was already in the skin. Now you guys got to do that when you're either coming back to a tattoo that you've done or you're covering one. You got to take that into consideration. And that is difficult to do because there's redness and, you know, there's swelling that happens. There's a lot of things that happen. So you got to understand through experience how dark it really is, because it's really lighter than what it looks like when it's healed. When it heals up, it's going to lighten a couple of variances, because right now it's nice and, you know, brand new, fresh. There's a lot of you can't see the blood, but it's under the skin. You're breaking blood vessels. The blood vessels lay right beneath the epidermis, right at the tips of the dermis. Same with the hair follicles and things like that. So pull a hair out from the arm and understand that you're not going the full depth of that. You know, I'm going to do a video on that maybe. I've never heard of it, but I studied a little bit of the skin, and pulling out a hair, I can show you how far to pull out your needle. Although I don't have any hair. He's going to be doing a lot of work, I think, today on his cousin. A lot of work, I think, today on his cousin.
I didn't know about that. For a week, she told me it's been going on for like a week now. Yeah. For a week now. What are you doing, man? Brought me a big old rock, dog. Remember I told you it was a lesion? Remember I told you I had some for sale? Yeah. Well, I had some for sale, but I had extra for your dad, eh? But it was big birthday. That's what I'm trying to gather now. I'm happy. It was like 11 o'clock at night when he called me up there and talked to me. For a whole hour, he was like, trying to grab just asking for money. I had a handful of money for you, you know? Yeah. I always told you from the last time, you know? Yeah.
Look at his technique, okay? Because he is he knows how he's shading, so you know he's not referencing. He's just doing this. You learn to shade, and you leave some skin on the outer edges, and what that does is it gives it an extra pop. It gives it that extra that little oomph to it. So when you're doing shading and color, make sure that you have room for natural skin color as well, because it gives it a different look. And you always want to start from the inside edges and leave the outer edges light. A good way to do that is get, you know, a ball or an object and have a light lamp and kind of move that lamp around, and you will then, like for instance, you take a lamp here, and this is the one that I'm going to be painting for you guys, but now pay attention to this, okay? And watch the shading on this 3D model with my light source. Okay, let me hit this light here. Okay? Yeah. Okay, now watch. Watch the shading. It's from behind. And I'm gonna come back around. Now watch the face and the eyes and everything. Now, let's go up. Above. This is where you get that sync. Okay, let's go up above. Let's start here. Let's start here. And let's work our way up. Oop. Let's do it again. Start down here and we're going to work ourselves up. Now watch the position of the light and the shadows that it creates. Now come back around. Now let's position the face a little bit this way. And let's take it on a side face. Like let's say you're doing the side of a mural or a portrait. Let's take it down here to the side. Now watch as I come around. Okay, now let's go up. Let's go way back and let's go up. Down, and let's go up and around. Top. Wish I could get the whole thing. I'll do a video on this in depth and detail. Now I'll come back from behind. Towards blocking it. And then I'll come back. That's right in front of the face. Going to the side. It totally takes out the whole face, doesn't it? Let's go around. It's kind of hard working on this right now. But anyways, you get my drift, okay? Now let's position it here. And let's go again. Okay? Now watch this. From back to front. Now down below. Down below. If we were looking up through, I'm doing it through the glass table, up, it's a different type of shading. You can understand where I'm going with this and how many variances you'll have. Okay, look at from down below. It causes all the nooks, instead of being dark from above, to be light instead. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? Light instead in the nooks that you would be above dark. Okay, that's art, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you learn how to shade, and this is how you learn how to do things. And you study these things. From above, the sockets are going to be dark. The nose, the mouth, the lips, and the sides of the concave areas. But if I go from the bottom, all that I just said will turn to light. Okay, it'll turn to light. You see that? Complete opposite from there to there. Okay, so anyways, so what do you think about these haters popping up? And I found out that they all know each other now.
Oh yeah, it's like that, you know what I mean? The shit will stick with the shit.
I'm never gonna get away from it. You know, if they see something that's gonna be successful, you're gonna have it. And especially the industry that we're in, this is gonna be a big battle.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for that right there.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I never exposed my work like this on the internet. You could Google it, you will never find my work. But you will find a lot of people on YouTube with my work.
See, Chino is a very humble artist. He doesn't want the fame. He doesn't want the fortune. He loves it. It's a passion for him. You know, like me as well. You know, I'm a little bit different as far as getting in front of the camera, but Chino has taken big steps with me to do what he's doing right now. He has never done this for nobody. He believes in this movement and he fully trusts it, and I trust him, and we're building a great relationship and a friendship here. And it's going to be a long one. So hopefully you guys see that, and that you guys get as close and build up that same love and respect for not only the art, but for your fellow artists as well, in the same conditions in boats. Chino taught himself, and that's the bottom line. Nobody has taught him anything that he knows. Nothing. He taught himself. And that is a true story, Scratcher to Pro, right there.
We're just about done right here. Alright. I think we're done. And actually my cousin has a cover up right here that you can't even see at all. And it was done with like a light, real light gray. Covered up with some light gray. And you can't really see it.
Nice. And you see how he, all those hues right there, the leaves, everything's up. Now he's washing it. Now, as far as your green soap, is that just regular green soap? Is that something you made?
Yeah, this is a green soap. It's mixed with distilled water. I just feel distilled water is one of the cleanest sources of water. But like I said, that's to everyone's preference. You know, everybody should try just using pure distilled water. Like mix it up. With distilled water, use 1 drop of witch hazel, maybe 1 drop of glycerin, the rest distilled water. You know, it might make a difference in the work.
Right, definitely. Like the gray wash that I did, I didn't have distilled water, so I used witch hazel and glycerin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through a testing phase and a process. I've actually come up with my own green soap, my own stencil stuff, and also I'm inventing now my own chemical that after the tattoo's healed makes them vibrant, and it lasts about 8 hours from my my investigations.
Oh, alright, okay.
And it's gonna be pimp, and I'm gonna show you. You're gonna get some of it first.
Alright.
And it's safe. I mean, I know the chemicals on the back and mixing it. I didn't die by breathing the fumes, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
So now look at that piece and how nicely gradient it is, and look at those leaves, because you'll be able to tell on this video the before and after. Now, did he want to just cover this up to make it darker, or was there a problem with it?
Actually, he was that rose was there already. It just needed a touch up. Right up here where these roses are, these right here. Actually, that's a cover up right there. Can't really tell too much. That's how good you got.
Oh yeah, I can't even see it. What's under it?
Yeah, that's how good you got. Oh yeah. My cousin said that's how good I got down. But
that's how they get down there in LA.
Yeah. So basically, let me see right there. So this is the one I'm gonna be working on next. See the way this shading came out?
Look at that wood.
It looks kind of like brownish, but I think that's what the witch hazel gives you, that type of effect.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. You know, a lot of people want to know how that is done, because that's a very requested wash right there. When you're doing work like that, that's very requested. Very, very highly sought after.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the little trick right there, man. You know, that's a little trick of the witch hazel.
And what was that again?
The witch hazel, the way I do the mixing with 1 drop of witch hazel and the rest is the water, that's the type of effect you get.
Gotcha. Did you start dipping into the 3s, 4s, and 5s yet?
Yeah. Because you can't really tell too much right now, but when it's weird, because when it heals, you kind of see like the fade. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. And that was my point. Is see, he was gradiating, and it's such a good wash that he's made that you're only being able to tell if you can tell. You know what I mean? It's such a good gradient that the hues actually go into each other like it was natural. And that's what you want. What I just did was I did a 3D model, that head. You remember that head, Chino, I got from Circus?
Yeah.
So I did a light schematic over it like it was the sunlight or a light source, and I moved it around that head, and I showed all the shadows of the sockets, the mouth, the lips, the cheeks, etc.
Yeah.
And I did it from above, below, left, and right. So you'll enjoy that one as well.
Oh yeah. That's a big concept right there when you're doing it, because the shade is what gives it the life, you know what I mean?
Exactly, and there's so many different variances. That light source can be from any angle, any up, down, left, right, and it all changes it.
Exactly.
You know, a person could be looking to the left and you're doing a mural, but the light could be right directly behind and all the sockets would be dark.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of variances, guys, and that's part of learning the art, you know. And you don't have to color on paper to learn that. You can do a lot of things. You know, watercolor I'm learning, and it's difficult for me.
So right now, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing the gray wash, the two drops.
This is 2 drops now.
Yeah, this is a 2 drop. Yeah, I did everything with the 2 drop because the pieces are already dark. You have to kind of play with the shading a little bit.
Okay, so you
start off with the 2, and what I'm doing right now, I call this, I'm just whipping out the lightest gray. I'm just whipping it out. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, so now with the people that don't understand technique yet and all that, now what are you doing for the viewers?
Right now, basically, like what you see me doing right here, is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get that light gray to go as far as possible, not too far where you can still have a little bit of white here where skin is at. So basically, what I'm doing, I'm just whipping the 2-step. If the piece wasn't so dark already, it would look a lot more crazier if you just do it with the 1 drop, and then you do the 2 drops, and you just get closer to the line. When it's darker, it's just that's what helps you get your blacks and your grays into the tattoo.
Okay, so what he's saying right now, when he's saying he's whip shading, he's sticking those needles into the skin, and then as he comes out, the needles are coming out and at the end barely touching and skimming the surface. So what he's doing is he's got a certain depth back where he starts, and then as he moves outward, it's actually getting lighter in the skin, so it's pulling up out of the skin at a different depths, and he's doing it so fast that it's a perfect gradient. It's a perfect level that he's doing it because he's got it down packed, his whip shading.
Yeah, the whip shade, that's real important right there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna not whip it out as far as I was doing it with the 2-step, with the 2 drops. Right now I'm gonna use the 4 drop now. Now I'm just gonna use it more closer to the line.
So now he's using a darker ink, a darker mix, and he's going closer to the lines because that's where the shadow is. That's where the shadow of the next leaves up are. You always want to leave the edge. If you're doing a rose like he's doing right now, the petals stack upon each other. Imagine a real rose. Now, if you're doing a rose and you don't know, shading and everything, go get a real rose and look at it and put it under light and pick your light source. And we'll be doing a lot of those videos in the future as well. So today I kind of in making this video, and Chino has been a really good guy by doing this as well. So we just wanted to kick this down to you guys. We came up with a concept, and this is a perfect idea. We're doing a Skype session, a live session. He's in LA, and I'm in Reno now. And P.S. I will be back in San Jose probably by June. Now watch that technique, okay?
Don't be scared to kind of go over it either. To touch up a little bit of dark here and there. If your machine's being soft, you don't really have to worry about damaging the skin so much.
Okay, so you heard what he said. He said, and this is very important, he said that he's going over the areas that he's hit because his machine's running soft. If your machine is running soft, you can do that because you're not going to traumatize the skin. And he's using a mag right now, so if you don't know how to use a mag, you can really tear people up with high voltage. So you need to know what you're doing with voltage, magnums, and needle groupings, and then technique as well. Plus the ink. If your ink is shitty ink, and you're not sinking ink, well then you're just going to keep trying to sink ink until it does, and what you're doing is you're really tearing up the skin. Turning that into pure flesh. And they're going to scab excessively, everything's going to drop out, it's going to have holidays all over it. The blank spot's going to be showing through, and also there could be scar tissue when you overwork that area with the magnum. Magnum and flats are very dangerous if you don't know how to utilize them. And I would really advise, if you're just starting out with mags, I would go for soft, round mags. And technically, for the beginners, I wouldn't even touch a mag or a flat for a while. Some people can, but you know, most people can't just pick that up and go. I would stick to your rounds and just feather those out and use the lighter trick like I showed you, and just go from that point until you can work out. A flat is like a razor blade, and if you go across the skin sideways, it will slice like a razor blade, and you're done there. Swelling will be excessive. Back teen won't even get that down at that point. You probably need a band-aid or some stitches. Hey Chino, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, but I'm gonna keep recording.
Go for it, you're good, man.
Okay, I'll be right back.
¿Sabes qué? La neta, todo el año hasta ahorita, pero como estaba haciendo ahorita que no quería, no la sentía, pero ahorita te voy a dar una llamada, te voy a dar el phone. Una otra vez con él, pero otro después para que se pueda tomar, no me la preguntó. No, ¿qué tal? Aquí vino el coco también. ¿Una semana? No sé, me estamos esperando. No, he's still at work because remember we had to take the more. I think we had to go take the kids to work. Yeah. Hay veces que como hasta que tenía otra cerveza, no me la tomé todavía. Toma, esa era tu cosa. That was Gina. Ella trabaja, ella estudia en Ortiguito. Estudia en Ortiguita y todo. Es como nurse. Es chula la conoce. Eso es Dr. Kuno. I saw the big old splash. I'm like, what about the heat?
And then eventually, me and you gonna get to recording too.
Oh yeah, I'm down with that too. You already know that.
Have you heard my beats?
Yeah, hell yeah, they're bad.
The sound quality's good too. I get the mic up to where it's almost pretty much radio spec.
All right.
So now, what part of the body did he not like the most?
What did you not like the most? To be honest, it wasn't the body, the wrist. The wrist shot right there.
The wrist, yeah, okay.
The wrist shot.
Yep.
This had me screaming, good. The wrist, he said the wrist had him screaming, but he didn't scream.
was that single needle work?
Let me see. No, I was using a 3 when I did that one. 3-round liner.
Oh, you drilled that one.
Yeah.
Did you see my wrist shot, Gino?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the wrist don't feel too good.
No. I'm pretty sure it don't.
Especially when you're doing yourself, bro.
Oh man, like I said, my legs, when I did my legs myself, man, that killed me right there, man.
Yeah, it's different when you're doing it yourself because you anticipate it. You know what you're doing when you're doing it, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So how does his neck can feel? But I thought, the stomach on me killed me, bro.
The neck didn't kill him.
Now the stomach, how about all that solid fill? He's got a lot of fill on his stomach.
No, and that was when I was doing work with the 9 Magnum. I did all that. That was done with the 9 Magnum. John was the wrist. Yeah, the wrist is the shoulder for him.
Damn.
John won. Damn. He said he wanted to stab me when I was doing
Right in the throat.
Yep.
Have you done most of his work now?
Lately, yeah. Yeah, lately I've been doing a lot of his work. I'll show you a video of the stuff that I've done on him retooling.
Nice. Getting a lot of good information here. These guys are going to be paying attention to your angles and everything.
Yeah, we need to get it out there, man.
Is there any way we could get, when you're, I don't want to take too much time because I know he wants to get out of there, but is there any way we could get a needle shot with the armature bar down?
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to ask how far it's sticking out.
Look at that. You figure.
Okay, so let's look at the gaps. There's the gaps. So he has a long throw on that. He's proving.
Yeah, it is pretty long. It's about I think it's like a little bit bigger than a nickel, but it's a liner. The only reason why I have that is because I don't like to move my hand too fast.
Okay, see what he's saying? You guys probably have slow hands if you're just starting out, so you want that gap because the nickel and dime theory is just something to go by. It's not something to live by. He's lining with a little bit thicker than nickel right now, and look how solid and nice those lines are coming out.
Yeah, we're just about done with this one right here.
What about the tip of the needle though, Chino?
Yeah.
The actual tip. How far do you have that needle coming out the tip?
I mean, you figure, I mean, I don't know if you can see it right here.
Yeah, right there, and just pull the armature bar down. Bam. Okay, so that's about a nickel too?
Yeah, I'll say just a little bit more. But I mean, everybody has a different preference. This is what I like to use, long stroke. That's what I learned. I stuck with it, and like I said, I'll stick with everything that works for me as far as my inks, needles, everything.
Oh yeah.
I stay the same.
Now, with that, are you riding the tube or are you working off the tips?
No, I'm working off the tips because it's the way I rest my hand on the thing. This is what helps me get those tips in there good. See, but when you're like this and you're not holding on to nothing and you're just grinding, I think that's a little more harder. But when you rest the hand, you get better control. You have more needles sticking out. And it just works a lot more better, you know.
So what Chino's saying?
And then the skin don't get bruised either, because there's some spots where the skin bruises up, and I have worked like on his inner. I'll show you guys pictures of it when I'm done, and that did not bruise at all.
Okay. So what Chino's saying is, if you don't have a proper control of the needle depth, you're going to be going in and out. You're not going to have consistent lines. You're going to have blowouts. You're going to have, this is lining right now. So if you don't have that proper control like he's saying, and have something to hold on to, which is he's resting his fingers on the skin, and he's using that as a fulcrum point to hold that machine steady at a steady depth and a steady pace. So you're gonna have consistent lines at a consistent movement, which will make a solid fill for that line. Instead of digging a hole or getting stuck in a spot, you can't hold a needle and a machine without any support, because the weight of the machine, the angles, everything else is just gonna go up and down like a roller coaster. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna dip in and out, in and out, in and out. And he's got the stretch, but it's not too much of a stretch. If you stretch too much, you're gonna cut the skin. He's not stretching too hard at all. And certain parts and different variances of the body have different stretching already. So like on the wrist, you don't have to stretch that much because it's already stretched out. But on the inside of the arm, let's say, you have to stretch a lot, because the needle will just bounce in and out, and you'll go ahead and you'll cause scar tissue there. A lot of the videos on YouTube that I seen in the long time ago past, I try not to watch them anymore, But a lot of the ones that I've seen, they tell you to enter at a 45-degree angle, and that's not necessarily true. He is going almost straight up and down, and those are consistent, solid lines because he has total control and he has total balance of that machine going into the skin penetration.
I think that camera that you have, Kage, the one that Montana sent, worked real great right now.
Yeah. The thing is I can't use macro because macro just picks up the computer face.
Yeah, but you can do like little shots here and there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I tried a macro and it just picks up the pixels on the computer screen.
Alright.
But I'm pretty close right now. You can see it real well.
Alright, cool.
Definitely going to be one of the best videos. So I'm gonna be building Chino a custom machine. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna get to know him a little bit better. We're gonna do some work together, and I already know his style. You can see his style. You know, if you guys watch the art videos and stuff like that, he's an outstanding gray wash artist. That's his. I think personally that's his forte, is his shading techniques. And for some people, shading is the most difficult for them to do. And that has a lot to do with your ink, a lot to do with your washes. If you're using witch hazel, distilled water, or if you're using the glycerin. Glycerin will make your ink thicker. You have to realize that. So with glycerin, you have to knock that back down. I'm gonna try a three spot series with all three and see how that rolls. Hey Chino, do you add witch hazel to everything that you do, like one drop to every ink, including color?
No, the color, it just depends. I usually for the color, I would use a little bit of witch hazel, about one drop when I do mix colors, because some colors are thicker than others, and that'll kind of help out making it more thinner. It's a lot easier if you have thinner color. You work it in a lot easier into the skin.
Now, does that have any impact on how it heals, or any impact on the way that how vibrant it is when it heals?
No, because a lot of the inks already have they use witch hazel in them as well as glycerin. So it's like it doesn't do too much.
Okay, so you're just adding basically to the equation to suit your needs at that part of the body or wherever.
Exactly, because to me, I don't know. I'll show you what I did with some gray wash that I used just one drop of witch hazel. The way it sits, it kind of gives like a little brownish effect, kind of. But it was kind of gray at the same time. I'll show you guys that right now once I'm done with this one. It's already healed. It looks pretty good actually, but you know, to me, everybody's different with their work. Everybody, you know, some stuff will work for some people that I don't think it'll work for me, but it works great for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's different. Everyone has different preference, what they prefer to use or how to do it. I'm just showing this because I mean, this is what works for me right here. And hopefully it does work for other people, but this is how I learned how to do it. I learned by doing it a long time. I use different needles, different inks, and by far Dynamic was the one that worked for me the best.
Right.
So this is just it's just basic, you know what I mean? Gray work, kind of like a pencil. If you could do a pencil with shading with the pencil, yeah, I'm sure you could do it with the machine. You just gotta have the machine that runs great for you. And
exactly. And I don't think you've even found the perfect machine for you yet until you met me.
no, and I'm waiting.
It's coming.
Alright, give me a second, Kage.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this now.
I bounce rock stroll through the barrio, slanging dope, stinging ink, riding around getting paid. That's all I do every motherfucking day. Fuck all my haters that wanna hate. I bounce rock stroll through the barrio, slanging dope, slinging ink, riding around getting paid. That's all I do every motherfucking day. Fuck all my haters that wanna hate. I'm not a new G on the block, about to step it up. I'm from that old school, I'm from the 562, and I thought you knew. I'm still banging bang, and back to the barrio. Those be the old school tracks got me like that. Steady making stacks, and I'm making it fast. Ain't no time to stop, time and money's fucking time. So I'ma get mine, ain't gonna speak on it to you bitch motherfuckers that be saying my name. I ain't saying your name, cause I don't get no lanes. Fame, Mr. Chino is the motherfucking name. I'm the same fool from 2002. I'm known for putting in from LA to SD. So take a look at what these streets made me. A little crazy, yet a little shady. So you fake motherfuckers better come down and try me.